Okay, so everybody knows now that they canceled the UK premiere in lieu of something else, and they did a very closed Hollywood premiere where no reporters were allowed to ask any questions, and only specific people handpicked by Disney were allowed to even see the movie. This is what Disney does. So they get very friendly reviewers to go there and shout out social media reactions. These are not reviews. These are technically called social media reactions, which were allowed to go out on Saturday. Reviews, actual reviews, the embargo doesn't end until noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, day after tomorrow. And it's fucking amazing, people. It's amazing. Snow White, first reactions, praise film as a visual feast and one of Disney's best live action remakes in years. So I don't know if I ever thought this movie was gonna flop. It certainly looks like it if you go anecdotally look at your local theater and see like how many tickets are sold. But I could see it like doing like Little Mermaid. Problem is, it's tracking, like the box office tracking for this weekend is pretty bad. For a movie that cost anywhere between what, 250 and 300 million? Disney will come out and say it was like 50 million. They shot this a bunch. They've retooled it a bunch. Disney's live-action Snow White remake has finally been unveiled at the movie's Hollywood premiere, and the first reactions are trickling in and calling it a dazzling hit for the House of Mouse. Variety film reporter. So the person for this is the first person they're going to mention, which interestingly enough is owned by Penske Media, which owns part of South by Southwest, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, Variety, IndieWire, Rolling Stone. All the same fucking thing. Variety film reporter Kathy Steffen praised star Rachel Zegler as a shining supernova. Or as our good friend Ryan pointed out on Geeks and Gamers Daily today, you know what a supernova is, right? It's an exploding star. It's the death of a star. Adding that the film is a visual feast with show-stopping new musical numbers and, of course, dozens of enchanting animated animals. I love those CG animals. Holy shit. You were given this to say, because no fucking critic on earth would praise CG animals. They would just go, they were there. They didn't look that CG. None. The screenplay, oh yeah, this is written by Disney, wisely gives its heroine, sounds like you're taking heroin, newfound depth. In other words, she saves herself. She is a resistance leader, because we're back to resistance again. And she becomes the leader her father believed she could be. And a love story that's sweet as apple pie. We were told that was being minimized. Maybe that's what the reshoots were. Online critic Christopher Rates It wrote of the film Snow White, it's not only their best live action remake in years, but it's also a film that recaptures the magic of the 1937 movie by, wait, I thought this was going to be different. Rachel is Snow White, and she delivers such a magical performance.
Why are you gay?
Filmhound's editor Paul Klein echoed the praise with one caveat, writing that he may regret saying this, but Snow White is solid. I really enjoyed the musical numbers, particularly the opening one and the Queen's Evil Bop.
You are gay.
Zegler was great in the lead role, and Godot, because it's Godot, was fun. It's really the CGI dwarves that let the film down. The choice is baffling. Snow White is directed by Mark Webb, who directed 500 Days of Bummer and The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and is a reimagining, well, I thought it recaptured it, is a reimagining of Disney's 1937 animated movie that started the fucking thing. Is that all the fucking praise you gave it, by the way? So you, like, Variety writes this whole article on 3 reactions, and people are running with, like, people love this movie. Fucking so retarded. But that's the game we play. But, you know, I want to thank the Access Media. I want to thank Disney for being so fucking phony that it drove people to seek out authenticity or create it themselves. You know why, like, Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings? I'm going to paraphrase the man's quote. He wasn't seeing anything in literature he wanted to read, so he just wrote his own shit. You know, when people are feeling like they're not really getting the truth, they'll go find it. So thanks to the media, the corporate media apparatus for being a bunch of fucking liars and providing jobs for a lot of people or hobbies. It's great. It's great. Now we just point and laugh. So social media reactions, there was 3 printed in the Variety article, a sum total of 3. And Disney's trying to push that, no, these people are going to actually like this movie. And listen, theater owners are desperate for this to be good. They need this because they are fucked. Theaters are fucked. If this movie underperforms, even if it overperforms, they're still going to be like orders of magnitude behind, because right now they're right with last year, but they're going to be behind last year, and they're already behind 2023. But survive till 25, everybody. Survive until 25. That's what they said, but no, that's not going to happen.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.